Hey car enthusiasts and DIY mechanics. In this video, I'll walk you through the proper testing procedure to diagnose whether your purge valve solenoid is working as it should. The purge valve is usually located at the top of the engine. As you can see on this Chevy truck, the purge valve is right here. This purge valve is connected to a tube that originates from the charcoal purge canister, which is connected to the fuel tank. When you have just started the engine and it is cold, the valve should remain in the closed position. With the valve closed, there should be no vacuum created at the inlet. You can test this by placing your finger over the inlet, and you should not feel any suction. Note, if there is vacuum present at the inlet when the engine has just started and is cold, the valve may be stuck in the open position. If this is the case, the valve will need to be replaced. In contrast, when the engine warms up, the valve should open. You should hear the vacuum pulsing and feel suction when you place your finger over the valve inlet. This indicates that the valve is functioning correctly and is drawing fuel vapor from the purge canister. Here's a bench test you can perform as well. First, ensure there is a power supply to the purge valve. You can test the voltage from the wiring harness connector plug. With the engine warmed up and running, use a voltmeter and insert the two prongs into the connector holes here. You should see 12 to 14 volts on your meter. If you don't see any voltage, this could indicate that the wiring connector has a short or has been cut off somewhere. In this case, you will need to trace the wire to locate where it is damaged or disconnected. Now, to demonstrate, I have this valve here. First, I'm going to use an alligator clip to clamp onto these two pins inside. Next, I'll connect the positive lead to the positive battery terminal here. Then, I'll connect the negative lead to the negative side of the battery here. You should hear a click, which means the valve is opening and closing. To further demonstrate, I'll use this balloon. First, I'll inflate the balloon and tape it to the valve, as you can see here. Then, I'll do the same thing, connect the two leads to the battery. As you can see, when I give power to the valve, it opens up and air flows through to the other end. Another test you can perform is to blow into the purge valve from the inlet side. As you can see here, the valve is closed, and when I apply power to it, the valve opens, allowing air to travel through to the other side. This indicates that the valve is working properly. However, if you blow into it and air flows straight out the other end without applying power, it means the valve is defective and needs to be replaced. Another bench test you can perform is using a vacuum device, such as this brake bleeder tool here. You can conduct the vacuum test by connecting this tube to the outlet of the valve and applying a vacuum. As you can see here, I'm pulling 15 inches of mercury and the needle remains steady. This is a good indication that the purge valve is functioning properly. On the contrary, keep in mind that sometimes when the valve is in the early stages of deteriorations, it'll hold vacuum at first but gradually release it within a few minutes. If this is the case, it's a sign that the diaphragm inside is deteriorating, and it's time to replace it with a new one. In this process, when fuel vapor is created, it travels from the fuel canister to the valve inlet and exits through the other end into the engine to be burned. This cycle continues, effectively recycling the fuel vapor. And there you have it, guys. When the purge valve deteriorates with age or becomes faulty, it will cause noticeable car problems. If this video has helped you in any way, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. To learn more about the signs and symptoms of a bad or deteriorating purge valve, click on this video right here. And as always, happy driving, and I'll see you next time.